A very good morning to all our dear viewers. You are with me, Gargi Deka, with the first show of the day, Good Morning Nagaland. Let's not take it further and let's not delay it further, and let's take it further by starting the day with devotion through this passage.
But seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. Matthew 6:33.
Well, we have seen God's blessings, and with that we can go ahead and get into some real business by getting to know what are the top headlines of this hour. Nagaland Student Federation organizes rally in Kohima on 17 December. Rally to be held to demand repeal of ASPA. Thousands gather. Tikir Students Union condemns firing by miscreants in early hours of December 17th at Wafer Village. World Health Organization on Friday approved Serum Institute of India's Covovax for emergency use, says SII CEO Adar Punarwala. CEO also says that Covovax is showing excellent safety and efficiency against COVID-19. Heated exchange of words takes place over offering namas in the open in Gurugram on Friday, with right-wing activists asking those who arrive for the prayers to chant Bharat Mata Ki Jai. The Union Health Ministry informs that country crosses 100 mark in Omicron cases of the new COVID variant, which recently hit the nation. 101 Omicron cases of the new virus strain across 11 states in the country. Well, yes, we know that the country and the state in itself is also gripping with some very intense emotions, be it the disease of coronavirus, the fact that the entire state of Nagaland is still mourning the death and looking forward to the justice of the 14 brothers who lost their lives in the recent incident and the voting massacre. Well, we know that this is an intense situation, but before we even go and delve into the real intensity, let's have and gather some positive thoughts to start the day with.
Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Winston Churchill. Attitude is a little.
Well, viewers, that was a beautiful thought by Winston Churchill. Yes, attitude is what makes the difference. If you don't have the positive attitude, or if you are negative about something, one way or another, the energies does get reflected, and it does hamper the way the work or the way your thought process at all impacts your daily activities or your any doings at all. But we have now something more important to discuss. With that, let's go on to the next segment of the show, which is the print preview, where I will be reviewing some dailies, where I would be talking about the top stories that have been taken up by the dailies. Yes, viewers, so the first daily that I have taken, as you can see, is Eastern Mirror. We know that yesterday a huge rally was held at Kohima, demanding justice for the Mon incident victims. The main agenda of the entire rally was to demand for the repeal of ASPA. Well, yes, thousands did hit the street in the capital of Nagaland to protest like the killings of the 14 innocent civilians by the Indian security forces. The state was only gripping and coming into the festive mood back when the incident, 4th December night incident took place. The country was just gripping and, starting to enjoy the festivities that were taking place in the state. Hornbill Festival was going on when this very unexpected and extremely gruesome incident took place and shook the state of Nagaland. Yes, the rally that was being held was for that cause, that demanding the repeal of ASPA specially. Now, the rally was held by Now the rally was held by Naga Students Federation, which was joined by many other unions and tribal groups. Not only from Nagaland, there were many people from outside Nagaland as well who came together to demand the repeal of APSPA and to demand for justice. The march, protesters had marched from Old MLA Hostel Junction to Raj Bhavan. They in fact, after the march, they in fact went on to submit a memorandum to the Prime Minister of India through Nagaland Governor. So the memorandum was submitted to Professor Jagdish Mukhi, who is the Governor of Nagaland, and it was meant for the Prime Minister of India. Now, while addressing the gathering at Old MLA Hostel Junction, NSF President informed that the rally was held to voice out the resentment of the Nagas against the oppressive APSPA. Well, yes, the journey, the entire trajectory of things that have been happening lately have been very unfortunate, very unexpected. But yes, people are calling out, people have not given up, people are still out there in the streets demanding for the justice, and everybody is calling upon all the Nagas. And it's no longer about Nagaland as a whole, it's about Northeast. The entire thing has changed to Northeast, and the entire thing is now based in Northeast. So with that, we know that the Nagaland people are demanding immediate repealing of APSPA and to be prepared to counter the oppressive presence of the military. There has been the Konyak Union has called for a total non-cooperation with the army officials, and if a solution is not being out in the very immediate times, then this is going to get out of hand. People will not stop demanding for justice. With that, let's go on to the next story, which is NTC urges President of India to repeal APSPA, which of course is the same thing that I've been talking about. The Nagaland Tribes Council has been urging the President of India to revoke the Armed Forces Special Powers Act and in the state in order to restore confidence. This is something about confidence as a whole. It is like people have lost their confidence with the armed security forces. They are not at all they don't feel safe anymore, whereas the entire idea of the security forces are to provide safety, to make them feel like they are safe in their homes. But no, the people have lost their hopes, their trust in the security forces, and now they are looking forward to the repealing of the APSPA so that these security forces leave the lands of the people and let them be at peace without having the courage to drag anybody out of their houses or to shoot at anybody on the basis of any inputs that the entire thing of input and the mistaken identity tag that has been doing the rounds, all of that doesn't come into account at all. With that, I will talk about the other issue that I feel is equally important to be talked about. State is still recording COVID cases. Even if it is one, it is still a COVID case, and in no time we might as well see that the Omicron will pierce into the state. So before that, I believe it is always better to stay safe, to be cautious in your own terms. It is better to always be prepared rather than regret later. Repent and regretting is not the way out. It is always to repair, it's always to work on something beforehand, and whenever it is already in the stability, then we can always make use of it. Another important news out here that has taken the place in the front page of Eastern Mirror is that Parliament passes surrogacy bill. Now the Parliament, we know that the winter session is going on in the Parliament. The Parliament yesterday in fact passed the Surrogacy Regulation Bill 2019, with Lok Sabha passing it with voice note amid protest by opposition members demanding the removal of Ajay Mishra as Union Minister in connection with the Lakhimpur Kheri violence. Now we know that the Lakhimpur Kheri violence has also taken a turn, and the opposition has been demanding the removal of Ajay Mishra from his post, and that he is a minister, union minister, and they want the entire title of the minister being taken away, given the fact that whatever happened in Lakhimpur Kheri. So last week Rajya Sabha had passed the bill with amendments and returned it to Lok Sabha on 14th of December, and the bill yesterday got passed with a voice note. Even though there was a protest by the opposition, the bill aims to constitute a national surrogacy board and state surrogacy board and appoint appropriate authorities for regulation of the process of surrogacy. It was already passed, earlier passed in Lok Sabha on the 5th of August 2019 and transmitted to Rajya Sabha for its concurrence. The Rajya Sabha sent the bill to select the committee for further deliberation. With that, we have taken note of the main stories from Eastern Mirror. I would like to go to Morung Express. Morung Express is one of the prominent dailies of Nagaland, and here too the lead story as taken is People's Rally demands as per repeal. I have already talked about it well enough. I would not delve into it anymore. What we can go to is that a firing incident took place at Wafer village. TSU condemns. The Tikri Students' Union has condemned the firing by miscreants in the early hours of December 17th at Wafer village. Well, yes, the Tikri Council has condemned. Well, that's a lot of firing that we've been hearing, and miscreants in the early hours of December 17th. The state is already in the mind of fear, and it is gripped by fear. When such miscreants conduct such things, then it gets even more harder. The intentional attack with all the motive has created confusion as to why such miscreants of around 50 armed people have fired rounds of bullets around the village during this festive season. This was stated by a press release by the TSU president. Well, yes, it is indeed questionable that why a whole group of 50 armed people decided to do rounds of bullets. And another thing that has caught my eye is that Nagaland chopper service suspended. The Nagaland State Transport on Friday informed that the Nagaland helicopter service will not be available for regular scheduled sortie as well as for chartering, except for state emergencies from December 24 to 26, 2021 and December 31st to January 2nd, 2022. Well, yes, that is an important message in case anybody was planning to avail the Nagaland chopper service. The next information that I have is Dimapur police informs on diversion of traffic. Well, this is something to do with our everyday life, so I think it is important for me to inform our viewers that the Commissioner of Police Dimapur has issued an order for diversion of traffic through the Dimapur Dilal Road instead of the usual plying of traffic through Dimapur Bokajan Road on December 20th. This was stated by a press release from the PRO. Dimapur Police informed that the order has been issued in view of the eviction drive to take place on the December 28th at Lahorijan Block 3 at Dudu Colony. Well, yes, that is about it. Now, we can move on to the next segment of the day. Well, viewers, I have tried my best to inform you about the latest happenings, and I have tried to give you an analysis of the important dailies that we took up for you all. I hope you have enjoyed this section and that you will keep on watching our videos so as to know what are the latest happenings and so that we can give you an analysis of the same. Now, let's move on with the day and learn some facts that happened previously on this date, which is on the 18th of December.
An American actor, was born on December 18, 1963. Billie Eilish, an American singer, was born on December 18, 2001.
For anybody who is a Brad Pitt fan, well, it is his birthday today. With that, I will now move on to the next segment of the day, which is going to refresh all of you and let you head towards the day with a brighter note for the day. let's go to a Viewers Corner. Let's get into another segment which is called the Viewers Corner, which is specially dedicated to our viewers. Well, viewers out here, I would also like to mention that you can send us your interesting visuals and show us your talent, not just to us, to the world, and there is no better platform that I think is better than this. So for that, without any further ado, let's take a look on what we have in the kitty today.
तू ही मेरा दिल और तू ही मंजिल, तेरे बिना जीना हो चुका मुश्किल, बनना चाहता हूँ तेरे लिए काबिल, कैसे समझाऊँ तो कर मुझे फील। तू ही मेरा दिल और तू ही मंजिल, तेरे बिना जीना हो चुका मुश्किल, बनना चाहता हूँ तेरे लिए काबिल, कैसे समझाऊँ तो कर मुझे फील। तेरी बातें इतनी स्वीट दिखती है क्यूट, पसंद है मुझे तेरी गुस्सा वाला मूड, एक जो दिल था लिया तूने लूट, गम को हटा के दिया खुशी वाला मूड। कभी देख मेरी आँखों में, डरता हूँ तुझको खोने से, बिन तेरे मन ये रोता है, तभी मत जाना तू दूर मुझसे, रोक टोक छोड़ के आजा मेरे पास, तू ही तो है मेरा दिल का बहुत खास, कोई अगर देखे तुझे जलता हूँ मैं, खुद ही सोच कितना प्यार करता तुझे। तू ही मेरा दिल और तू ही मंजिल, तेरे बिना जीना हो चुका मुश्किल, बनना चाहता हूँ तेरे लिए काबिल, कैसे समझाऊँ तो कर मुझे फील। तू ही मेरा दिल और तू ही मंजिल, तेरे बिना जीना हो चुका मुश्किल, बनना चाहता हूँ तेरे लिए काबिल, कैसे समझाऊँ तो कर मुझे फील। तेरे नैनों में जो डूबा हूँ मैं, मुझे बस डूबा ही तो रहना दे, इतना प्यार करता हूँ मैं तुझसे, जैसे नोबिता में और तू शिजुका है, रहने दे तू मुझे तेरे साथ, मुझे सुनना तेरी प्यारी प्यारी बात, वो रात घूमे फिरे दोनों एक साथ, मैं रहना चाहता बस तेरे साथ। कभी सुन तो मेरे दिल की आवाज, लोग क्या कहेंगे वो है बकवास, तुझसे बोलो बस तू रह जा मेरे पास, सुकून मिल जाता जब तू मेरे पास। तू ही मेरा दिल और तू ही मंजिल, तेरे बिना जीना हो चुका मुश्किल, बनना चाहता हूँ तेरे लिए काबिल, कैसे समझाऊँ तो कर मुझे फील। तू ही मेरा दिल और तू ही मंजिल, तेरे बिना जीना हो चुका मुश्किल, बनना चाहता हूँ तेरे लिए काबिल, कैसे समझाऊँ तो कर मुझे फील, कर मुझे फील, कर मुझे फील, तू कर बस मुझे फील, कर मुझे फील, कर मुझे फील, तू बस कर मुझे फील। Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow, that was a beautiful rap by Khalil Sikdar from Dimapur. I was enjoying it throughout, and especially the video. It was so serene, it made me feel like I should go for a holiday as well. But yes, so like Khalil, if you want to exhibit your talent, then why wait? The wait is actually over. Simply mail us at goodmorningnagaland@gmail.com, or you can WhatsApp us at 8876629268. Now let's go on and enjoy a beautiful melody.
I could say I'm doing good all this time, but I'm not. I'm not okay. Losing time as the world moves fast. Can't find to my own mind. Cocaine and beer
Well, I hope this melody has refreshed you all, because it has surely refreshed me. We have come to the end of the show, but before I take your leave, I would like to give you the weather update so that you can go on with your day knowing how the weather looks like outside. Please take care, viewers. This is Gargileka signing off.